there is a first-person shooter of King of the Hill, and it is as crazy as you'd expect. It's a mod for GoldenEye, one that you can play on the console or on the 1964 emulator with 60 frames per second and keyboard and mouse support. It is absolutely out there in the best possible way. It feels like a proper tribute to the original series. And if for some reason you ever wanted to play a shooter version of King of the Hill, complete with secrets and cheats to unlock and throwable sandals and Hank Hill shanking people, fighting characters from Beavis and Butthead, then this is your game. So the King of the Hill mod for GoldenEye. It's in a similar vein to RickRollEye 64 in that it's a conversion for the regular campaign of GoldenEye. This isn't like Goldfinger 64 where there were all new levels made for it. This is a revamp or a remix of the original campaign. But it's fun, so and there's a lot of detail put into it, so it deserves a pass. The gist is simple. Hank Hill is investigating a conspiracy involving Dale, Anderson, and other major players in the gas business, involving a lot of bloodshed, a lot of chaos, and traveling to very strange locations across Arlen, Texas. The levels are given a full texture makeover to have this cartoony look in the same vein of King of the Hill. The character models are totally new with texture reworks to look like Hank or Peggy or Dale, or a number of characters from Mike Judge's cartoons. The guns are mostly given works in terms of the design, the stats, often to a silly degree, but there are some serious weapons as well. The arsenal's all over the place, but it's a lot of fun. And the levels are given tweaks in more ways than just the looks. Sometimes there are boss encounters and stuff that aren't in the normal game of GoldenEye. Sometimes there are different events that happen that don't happen in the normal game. Like for instance, Boomhauer assists you in the depot level, where he'll be fighting off the Megalomart employees alongside you. It's silly, but it works well, and honestly the levels are a lot of fun. There's a lot of character and charm to the way they're reworked. And the changes go beyond the levels too. The briefings are done in character for Hank's father and everything else. The cheats are renamed, the level previews are changed. Even the screens for the in-game computers have different appearances. It's just wacky, in a good way. It's all over the place, but it's a lot of fun. In terms of what you can expect out of it, well, it's still pretty much GoldenEye, so whether you're playing on console or emulator, you're getting a similar experience. And that means you're gonna have the quirks that come with it, like enemies flinching and reacting depending on where they're hit, or if you're on console, looking down, making you move faster, or the controls being a little awkward with the regular N64 controller. If you want to play this like a traditional shooter, definitely go for the 1964 emulator, since that upscales certain aspects of it and boosts it to 60 frames and lets you use a keyboard and mouse for the complete experience. Some might say that makes it easier, but GoldenEye can be tough, okay? I don't mind it being a little easier. The guns look nice, some of them come from RickRollEye 64 or other mods, but hey, that's fine with me. The automatic shotgun is just the regular shotgun from RickRollEye. Other choices are weird. The M16 is replaced with a very realistic looking Kalashnikov. The MP5 and the silenced MP5 are turned into nail guns, which are actually calicos. The PP7 is either a M1911 or a Glock that is incorrectly labeled either way, with the Glock being called a Beretta 92, and there is a Beretta, but I'm sure the creator was trying to piss me off, because it is not named a Beretta. These guns are given very weird names for the sake of what I feel like screwing with players. So the silenced SMG is turned into an M16 with an underbarrel grenade launcher. Just weird choices like that. And you'll be finding these in the hands of King of the Hill characters. So there was at least one instance where Luann was battling me with a P90 and a grenade launcher, and I had to kill her, and in the next level she showed up totally fine to fight me again. Or where I had to shoot Nancy Gribble in order to delay Dale long enough to get out of an exploding train with Peggy. Aspects of the original GoldenEye are turned on their head with this, and that includes the bonus levels of Egyptian and Aztec, which are a little less ball-bustingly hard, at least Aztec is, but they still offer a lot of challenge. Multiplayer also gets a makeover with King of the Hill characters showing up, along with some new levels as well. Some existing GoldenEye levels return, but there are enough unique ones, and I can appreciate that. The weapon sets are also reworked as well, both with name and with the collection of items. So there's a setup where you're throwing sandals at each other, or you have other strange options. It's fun. The soundtrack's pretty nice. It's basically the same as the GoldenEye soundtrack, but it makes use of some of the unused tracks. So there are certain, high action moments, like with bosses or with alerts, where to play the Special X version of the existing track. And I think that's a good addition. That way some of these extra songs can get some use, and it also adds some more variety to the levels. There are also two versions of the mod, one that adds blood effects when you shoot enemies, and one that doesn't. It's just a matter of preference as to which one you choose. I think they're both fine. It just depends on if you want blood to be splattering out of enemies when you're shooting them or not. If you're okay with doming Dale Gribble with a high-powered sniper rifle and blood coming out, or if you think that gets in the way of the cartoony aesthetic, it's your call to make. But I enjoyed both versions. As for whether I would recommend this mod, yes. It's fun. I mean, it's still GoldenEye at the end of the day, but it's GoldenEye with some extra stuff added in, and a new coat of paint with some weapon reworks. Sometimes that's all you really need to ask for to make a game feel fresh again. And this is a pretty cool way to revisit GoldenEye. Honestly, I had fun. I like how more guns show up in levels, so there's more variety. I like how some more tracks are put to use. I like how silly the characters look. How it actually does have a pretty compelling and interesting story that makes use of the characterization of the King of the Hill characters, even capturing their tones of voice and the way the text is written. I like how even the cheats are given a King of the Hill style makeover. They're a little less comprehensible that way, but hey, I'll take it. Shout out to the creator for coming up with all this stuff. This is brilliant. This is what I love about modding. I love it when people can come up with stuff like this. All it needs a killer bean mod and I'll be set. But hey, this is very good, and I would recommend it, especially if you want to revisit GoldenEye but you're getting a little tired of it. Or if you want a fresh experience with the 1964 emulator. It's a win-win either way. Thanks for watching. Take care.